What's going on, guys? It's Jazzy, and I'm here with Mr. Shabazz The OG. Mr. Shabazz, how you doing today?
I'm good, Jazzy. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Let me ask you a question before you ask me a question.
Sure.
You got here, you was nice and calm. How you turn up so fast?
Well, I guess it's just me. I don't know. It's just part of my personality.
You got some amazing energy. All right, let's go. What's happening?
Well, how did you come up with the idea to use social media to help motivate others and spread awareness?
It wasn't really an idea. It really just happened. I was using social media, right, the same way everybody else was, like just posting pictures, with me and my friends and hanging out and posting memes and things like that. But the more I posted, the more I started to realize that people were really taking notice to what I was saying and applying it. So one day I put up a post and my friend Meek Mill reposted it, which was the first time I had ever gotten reposted. Meek Mill reposted one of my videos and it went viral. And from that day forward, people really started to pay more and more attention to what I was saying. And I started getting, DM messages from people asking me for my advice, telling me the things that they were going through in their personal life. And they really wanted my opinion, So like the more the platform grew, the more people trusted, what I would say and continued to share, their personal private business with me and just to continue to get my overall opinion. And it just continued to grow into what it is now.
I could definitely see how, it came from you just being, a normal person, just posting, whatever other people post, like photos and memes and stuff like that, into growing your own platform and helping people with their everyday lives and helping people that aren't very motivated into keeping, trying to go forward. Right. And you help them have a positive mindset in order to keep going forward.
Exactly. That's exactly what I try to do. Like we live in a society where, you always hear people, well, nowadays it's called, get the bag, which means get the money. Everybody's always talking about money, money, money. If you want to be successful, you have to do this and have money and have these things. And unfortunately, not enough people put emphasis on having a good character and being a good person and talking about what you did to help people genuinely. And it's like we kind of got lost in this materialism of social media and everybody wanting to outdo everyone else. So I thought it was important to make sure that what people got from me was no matter what celebrities they see me with, no matter who my friends are or how they see me living or what they see me with, I'm still a real person. I'm still, I have a family that I love. I have friends that I love. I like to help people. I like to see other people win. And it's not always about money, So I'm glad that I was able to tap into people's psyche of positivity and help people understand that being positive is more important than anything else.
I can definitely see where you're coming from, and I totally agree with you. You're amazing.
I appreciate that. Thank you. So are you. I told your father that.
Thank you.
The first time I saw you doing the interview, I was like, wow, she's super dope.
Thank you. Well, I love how you inspire people on social media. How do you feel it is so important to spread positive energy on your platform?
I think it's important because it helps other people. Like, if you change one person, like if someone hears something from me, like Tupac said, I may not be able to change the world, he said. I may not be able to change the world, but I'll spark the mind of the person who will change the world. So it just takes one person. So if I can make one person think better and be a better person, and then that person goes on to change other people's lives, and those people change other people's lives, it started with me. So in essence, I was the foundation that changed other people's lives just from one other person. So that's why it's so important, because just like you can change a person's life with positivity, you can change a person's life with negativity. I can make a person feel really bad about life. I can make them feel really bad about themselves. And that person can go and harm themselves, or they can go and harm someone else based on the information that they got from me. Essentially, that's my fault, you know? So we have to be careful with what we put into the universe and into society. So I think it's very important to spread positivity because people are listening and people are applying what they hear. So it's important that you pay attention to what you say.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. And also, especially on social media, there's a lot of lies and a lot of fake news and a lot of useless information that we don't really need. But you're being very useful and, you know, you're using your platform to do something right to change the world, and you're doing something right to, you know, have a positive brand and let people know that they can keep on going forward, and they need a positive mindset in order to be like successful and to follow their dreams.
Exactly. Because a lot of people think it's the money that makes you successful. Money comes, money goes. Today you're up, tomorrow you're down. Today you're down, tomorrow you're up. But a lot of people don't understand or adhere to the reality that there's a lot of things about your character as a person and who you are, right, that leads you to success. Like, you can have nothing and you could be somewhere being a great person, never know who's watching, and someone who has a lot of money can see you doing something good for someone else, and they decide, hey, I'm going to help Jazzy. I'm going to help Shabazz, you know, because I like his or her personality. I like his or her energy. So you never know what comes from being a good person. And those are the things, characteristically speaking, the good character, a moral compass, integrity. Those are all the things that you need as a person that'll help you get money. You know, if you have money and don't have those things, and then you lose your money, now you have no one to turn to. You've been mean, you know, you've been selfish, you've been disrespectful to people, and now you don't have any money. So now you have nothing to stand on. So if you're a good person and you have something and you lose it, because you're a good person, somebody will help you regain it again.
I definitely could see where you're coming from. As long as you have a positive mindset and you're always happy and you're trying your best and you're working hard to achieve your goal, you're going to achieve your dream.
And of course, because I just had this conversation earlier today about this whole money thing. People have to realize, like right now, we're sitting here, you know, on my couch, and right now is the only moment we have. We don't have yesterday, it's gone. We don't have tomorrow, it's not promised. We don't have the next hour. We don't know what is going to happen beyond us sitting here right now. So like right now, we both are healthy, God willing. We both are having a great conversation, you know, and this is all we have. So people have to realize you can't base your life around future projections and forget how you should conduct yourself now. You know, everybody wants money, of course. People like nice things. People want to be comfortable. People want to live good. But being a good person is more important, because all of those things that you want, that you're trying to obtain and achieve, is not promised. So you always have to remember that try your best to obtain and achieve what you're looking for. Always give it your best, but always understand that whatever you achieve is a blessing. It's not guaranteed. As long as you being a good person along the way, then that's what really matters. And what's meant for you will come to you. There's nothing that is meant for you that you will not get in this life.
That is so great. You're very wise, Mr. Shabazz. I'm not sure if anyone has told you that yet.
A couple people told me that.
Yeah, they're not lying at all.
I've been around for a while. I'm 53 years old. I've been through a lot. I've done a lot. I've seen a lot. Been a lot of places. Dealt with a lot of personalities and individuals. And I come from a pretty good family. You know, I have a great mom, you know, a good dad, you know, with brothers and sisters. I have a good foundation of good people who instilled a lot of good quality in me to help me, you know, even throughout my mistakes in life, and even the things that I've done that I shouldn't have done, I still was able to maintain a good enough character where I can overcome those things and understand what it takes to be a good and better person. So that's really what it comes from, having a great upbringing and being around the best kind of people.
Yeah, I could definitely see how that kind of had like a big impact on your life now. Like, look at this. You're living really nicely and you're being very positive and you're trying to impact their life positively.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because I look at everything as a blessing. Like I said, nothing is guaranteed. So, I pray a lot. I'm thankful a lot because life is not easy. I see people every day, that I feel like, man, I'm grateful that's not me, so I try to be nice to people, be thoughtful, because at any given moment, anyone can trade places with someone else. I say this all the time, even the greatest, wealthiest people that we all look up to and admire that has the best lifestyles, they're all only one bad decision away from everything going down the drain. We see it all the time in celebrity news or social media, all of these rich people, and they make a bad decision in their personal life and boom, it's all over the media, all over the news. People loved them yesterday. Today they hate them, all because they made a bad decision. So we're all one bad decision away from our life completely changing. So we have to be mindful of what we do and how we treat others.
You're definitely right. So humility is important to have. How did you remain humble over all these years to keep your blessings coming?
Because I understand the purpose of humans, because of the faith that I practice, which is Islam. I'm a Muslim. And like I said, I pray, 5 times a day. I'm trying to be very consistent with my prayers. And I understand that humility, you'll see some people who will say that humility is is not something that you should be. People say, I don't want to be humble, because if you look up the definition of humble, it'll say something along the lines of looking at yourself less than, which in all actuality, it's a compound definition, which means it's more than one meaning to the word. And humble and humility, in the sense of most people, is not looking down on others, no matter what you have. I'm not better than you because I have more money than you. I'm not better than you because of what kind of house I live in. Again, for me, I'm always thinking about this is not guaranteed for me. So I'm always increasing my character. I'm always trying to make sure I'm good to people so that the blessings can continue, because you have to be aware and keep yourself grounded, because if you get to the point where you're getting so much and things are going your way so often, and you get further removed from understanding that you're blessed, and the further you get away from being human, the harder it is for you to remain humble, because now you think everything is about you. So me personally, I'm afraid to act like that. Some people tell me I'm too humble. Sometimes they tell me, you don't always get everything that you deserve because you're too humble. And sometimes I'm okay with that. I have to work on it, because you do have to adhere to your worth. You do, if you work hard, like yourself, for instance, at some point I can see that you're going to be very successful as a reporter, and you're going to be very valuable, and people should compensate you for that. And when you're humble, sometimes it's hard for you to accept that. It's hard for you to tell people how much to pay you. It's hard for you to tell people how much money you want for something. So that's why you have to get somebody like your dad, maybe have somebody speak on your behalf so you don't have to do it, because that's what I like to do. I tell them, okay, well, go talk to my business manager or go talk to my sister Erica, and they'll tell you how much, because sometimes I don't want to have to say it.
Yeah.
You just have to, that's just a part of, being humble. It's hard to take money for something that you're doing from your heart. But sometimes what you do for your heart is valuable, and you can make a living from it. And that's what I had to learn to accept. Like, Shabazz, it's okay if people compensate you to speak. It's okay if people compensate you to counsel them through things. It's okay. Accept it because you earned it.
Yeah, I think that you're very amazing. And also, I believe that there's no cost to being nice. Like, even on the street, I met a lot of people before, and they wanted to take pictures with me on the street. And I always said yes to every single one of them. Even though there was this big group of kids, and they wanted to take a picture of me. I took a picture with every single one of them because I know that there's no cost in being nice. Being nice is, like, very crucial. And if you're being nice, it will always come back.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and sometimes, and believe it or not, you're human. Some days you may have to cut the picture taken short. You know, you may be 1,000 people want to take pictures, and you know, you may have to say, hey, I'm sorry guys, but I gotta go. But it's a way to say that as well. It's never a reason to be mean.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you may not be able to accommodate everyone, and that's okay. But some people are mean, and you don't have. It's never okay to be mean to other people. So, but I definitely understand, you know, what you're saying, because I'm like that. I take pictures and videos, and you know, I had a lady cry in my arms the other day for the first time because she was happy to meet me. That never happened to me before. And I was like, wow, you know, but she was just that happy to meet me. And it was amazing, you know, and it's a good feeling. But, you know, it keeps you in that space of humility. For me, it does, because it lets me know how I'm affecting people.
And you're very amazing. Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
I mean, pretty much what we said today. You know, always understand that what's meant for you in this life will never miss you. You don't have to compromise yourself. You don't have to belittle others. You don't have to take from others to add to you, because no matter what happens, anything that's done unlawfully will not go unpunished. The universe does not stand on the side of wrong. So even if you're doing something wrong and you think you're being rewarded for it, at some point down the line, you're going to pay for that wrongdoing. So the best approach is be the best person you can be as honest as you can be. Always do what you know to be in your heart as the right thing to do, and whatever is meant for you will come.
Thank you so much for your time. Remember, guys, do what he says, because he's right, and, you know, he's awesome. Definitely. Well, guys, I'm here, Mr. Shabazz, and we're having a great time. Until next time, Jazzin' out.